섭취 칼로리를 줄여라, 적게 먹고 많이 움직여라, 다이어트를 시작한다고 하면 주변에서 쉽게 들을 수 있는 조언입니다. 하지만 그렇게 간단한 해결책이 있는데도 왜 좀처럼 비만율은 줄어들지 않는 것일까요? 어쩌면 우리가 당연한 상식으로 여기던 그 말이 사실은 틀렸던 거 아닐까요? 이에 제이슨펑 박사는 칼로리 조절이 체중 감소에 도움이 되지 않는다는 걸 알 수 있는 여러 문헌과 연구 결과를 소개합니다.
There are so many experts, often with fancy academic titles and so on, that says weight loss always comes down to eating fewer calories. And you've heard this before. It's all about calories in, calories out. Just eat less. Count your calories. Cut your calories. And that sounds pretty reasonable. However, we live in an age where we believe evidence-based medicine. That is to say, if we believe that somebody can just eat fewer calories and lose weight, and it doesn't really matter what those calories are. That is, you could have ice cream for dinner. As long as it's the same number of calories, then, and you're cutting them, then you should lose weight. If we believe that, then we should test it in a study. Otherwise, we shouldn't be really saying that it's true. And over the past 50, 60, 70 years, there's been hundreds of weight loss studies. So let's list all of the top randomized controlled trials that have shown the benefit of weight loss when you simply cut your calories, as all these experts say. Yes, that's right. There have been exactly 0 studies that show that if you simply cut 500 or 600 calories per day, you will lose weight over the long term. 0. And I'll tell you another secret. Come closer. Everybody already knows it doesn't work. Let's look at this, for example.
의학서적인 조슬린의 당뇨병에는 칼로리 섭취의 감소가 비만 치료의 기초라고 말하면서도 저칼로리 식단은 입증된 장점이 없다고 나와 있습니다. 뉴잉글랜드 저널에서 2012년 발표한 연구는 메트포르민이라는 당뇨약의 효과를 알아보기 위한 실험이었는데요. 하지만 여기서도 칼로리와 체중의 관계를 확인할 수 있습니다. 이 실험에서는 참가자들을 약물만 사용한 그룹, 그리고 칼로리 제한과 약물을 동시에 사용한 그룹으로 나눠 5년간 비교해 보았는데요. 설탕이나 고지방 식사를 제한했음에도 두 그룹의 체질량 지수에 큰 차이가 없었습니다. 또 다른 연구에서도 비슷한 결과를 확인할 수 있는데요. 그래프를 보면 처음에는 저칼로리 식단이 효과가 있지만 시간이 지나면서 그 효과는 사라지는 걸 확인할 수 있습니다. 다른 연구도 결과는 똑같습니다. 2006년 미국 의학협회 저널에서 발표한 연구에서는 약 5만 명의 여성을 대상으로 일반 그룹과 칼로리 제한 그룹을 나눠 비교했습니다. 칼로리 제한 그룹은 하루에 361칼로리를 적게 먹고 운동까지 했습니다. 이렇게 하면 당연히 살이 빠질 것으로 예상하실 텐데요. 일반 그룹이랑 비교한 결과는 충격적입니다. 아무것도 안 한 일반 그룹이랑 차이가 점점 좁혀지더니 5년이 지난 시점에서는 두 그룹의 몸무게가 거의 똑같아지는 걸 볼 수 있습니다. 29개의 연구를 메타 분석한 결과도 마찬가지입니다. 제이슨펑 박사의 이야기를 더 들어보겠습니다.
So therefore, if you're eating 10% fewer calories but burning 10% fewer calories, your overall weight is not going to increase. In fact, their conclusion is that they can state with some certainty that a decrease in energy expenditure is a universal response to energy restriction, which translates into if you eat fewer calories, your body will burn fewer calories. And that's a universal response. So if that happens, then of course, the body fat is minimally changed. So the question is, why doesn't it work? Why doesn't cutting calories work? And it's really because it's a very simplistic way of thinking of things. When you're looking at calories, it's really just the sort of proximate cause. That is, if you think about an analogy, for example, suppose you suffer from alcoholism. You might say, for example, that, hey, it's simply a problem of too much alcohol in versus too little alcohol out, right? So the solution is to just drink less alcohol. Well, that's wrong. Reason why they are drinking the alcohol. Perhaps they're addicted. Perhaps they're depressed. Perhaps they had some post-traumatic stress disorder, in which case they need counseling or Alcoholics Anonymous. So you see that you have to get into the deeper reason, not simply say it's alcohol in and alcohol out. And the same situation exists with calories. If you have a problem of weight gain, and you say it's too many calories in versus too few calories out, the solution is not just to say eat fewer calories, because your body will just burn fewer calories. That's the wrong solution. What you have to do is get into the deeper level of understanding of why the calories are unbalanced like that. For example, if the ultimate cause or the real problem is you're eating too frequently, that's causing you to eat more calories, which is causing you to eat weight gain. The solution is not to say just eat fewer calories. The solution is to eat less frequently. Maybe do more fasting. If you're eating too many processed foods, which are not satiating, it's not making you full, therefore you're eating a lot more, the answer is to eat less processed foods. If you have too easy access to food, food is everywhere, it's always around you. Well, you need to make it limited. If you're eating for emotional reasons, you're depressed or you're having, a bad day, well, then you need to fix that. Maybe it needs counseling, maybe you need to talk to somebody. If you have bad habits, snacking, for example, while you're in the car, snacking while you're watching a movie, well, then you need to fix that. If you have too much sugar, well, that could be a cause that you're eating too many calories, then you need to fix that. If you're eating out too much, well, that often has more calories than if you eat in. All of those problems are going to what leads you to the calorie part of the equation, which leads to weight gain. But it's really trying to understand that deeper cause of excessive calories that is leading to weight gain. And that's why I say focusing on calories is such an ineffective way of treating the weight gain. Just like saying, just drink fewer alcohol drinks. It doesn't work that way. And let's try to think a little bit deeper, try and get down to the ultimate cause so that we can fix it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.
이상한 다이어트였습니다.